Hi guys, Ancient Warrior. Welcome back to Prepping and Free America. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be the first kid on your block to know what craziness I'm talking about next, hit the bell icon with all. And leave comments, folks. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, helps the channel a little bit. I noticed we're growing a couple more viewers, so I do appreciate you guys coming. Because it does take... There are days I don't want to do this. And it's not for any other reason other than I'm just flat worn out from everything else going on. Hello, mushrooms. How do you feel today? Yeah. How does it feel to be treated like a mushroom? You don't understand what I mean by being fed like a mushroom? They like to feed you bull crap and keep you in the dark. Guys, I'm telling you right now, with what's going on in this country, you need to get prepared. Guys, I'm telling you right now, we've had 3 train derailments in the last 12 days, 13 days. But that's not the only train wrecks we've had. Now, the one that happened last week or the week before, I can't remember, in Hereford, Texas, going into the Merrick Dog Food plant. Just took the trailer off the semi. I'm telling you, as a trucker, as a guy who drove a truck for almost 10 years, I'm telling you, when you pull up to railroad tracks, you look both directions. I still do it in my car. Because you don't know if those warning lights are working right. You look down, and then you start across. Now, if you see a bright light flopping from side to side and going around, and then you don't start crossing, because that means there's a train coming. Let's talk about what happened in East Palestine, Ohio. I'm afraid this is going to become a big problem for the people in that area. They had a train wreck up there that had God only knows how many cars of chemical on it. They had phosgene in one of the cars. Now, for those of you that don't know what phosgene is, it's a chemical that was used during World War I to kill people, and it does a very effective job, very quickly. The EPA came in and said, oh, we've got to evacuate the whole area. So they evacuated the little town. And I don't know if it was 1 or 2 days. They said, oh, it's all clear, you can go back. And the residents there complained about the odor in the air. But they were said, up, the air's clear, we don't have any problem, it's just an odor. then people started having breathing problems. Their pets would go out to the bathroom and not come back in, and they'd find them dead out there on the ground. Chickens, ducks, turkeys, birds were found. One of the people from the town went by a local river, and the fish were all floating on top of the water. And they were looking down at the bottom. For those of you who don't know, when a fish dies, it turns over and it floats to the top, belly up. Guys, this is proof positive to me. Our government does not care. Those people should not have been allowed to go back into that town. Those people and their animals should have been evacuated together. I can't remember the name of the town. I think it's in West Virginia, where for the last almost 40 years now they've had a coal fire going underground, and nobody can live there. I'm afraid that's what's going to happen here to East Palestine. And let me tell you something. If the water was contaminated in that river, that's where their drinking water comes from. And I haven't heard anybody say how to clear that out yet. I doubt you can. But the towns down river from that also get their drinking water from that. This has the potential of hurting, maiming, or killing millions of people. Millions of people. Our COVID death count could look like small potatoes after this is over. And nobody wants to take responsibility. Why was there so many chemicals on that one train? Because let me tell you something, you don't fight every chemical fire the same way. So now they've got anywhere from 5 to 10 different chemicals that they have to deal with. Oh yeah, and today they announced they found out about, I think it was 3 more chemicals that they didn't know about. I think it's one of them that they've got is vinyl fluoride, that when it's heated up becomes hydrochloric acid. And if it rains, all you're going to get is acid rain. Folks, we have got to take control of what's going on in this country. And it's got to start with getting rid of that idiot Mayor Pete. He still hasn't made a comment on anything. We've got thousands of acres of farmland that's probably going to be unusable for years to come. Right there in Ohio. Now, I'm not sure what they grow up in Ohio, but I know that they've got an agricultural system up there. The train in Texas that went off the rails a couple of days ago, I believe was carrying household chemicals. Which may be easier to clean up, may not do as much damage to the environment. But Ohio is an environmental catastrophe, and you need to get ready to pay the price for it. The train in South Carolina, I haven't heard what it's carrying yet. But remember, you're going to end up paying the price for this. In higher prices at the grocery store, higher prices at the gas pumps, higher prices across the board. Oh, dear Lord. I wish I could bring you some good news once in a while. But it seems like the last month or so, all I'm talking is gloom and doom. I'm the Ancient Warrior, and we're out. Folks, take your families, hug them close, and draw them close. And before I forget to tell you, get a gas mask of some kind if you live anywhere near a railroad or a refinery. You know, we had a big refinery fire last week, and then, or 2 weeks ago, and then last week we had a tank decide to catch fire in the same area from the refinery fire. Get a gas mask. Get filters that will work. And to test it to see if it fits your face, put it on, strap it down. Before you put a filter on it, cover the hole for the filter and inhale. If it sucks against your face, it's a good mask. But get one for every member of your family. Never thought I'd be telling people to do that. I'm the Ancient Warrior, and we're out. And remember, it's better to have this stuff and not need it than need it and not have it. Have a good day, folks.